Hi everybody, I'm Mike, and this is Prison Architect Alpha 25. Now, I said that I was going to kind of take two branches for the whole Prison Architect series. Well, this is the new other branch. This is a much smaller, clearly, other prison. And, yeah, total playtime, 3 hours, 21 minutes, 17 seconds. Day 17. Now, this is a pretty basic prison. I figured that you guys didn't necessarily want to see all of this because it's all stuff that I've done before. It's all very basic buildings. There's nothing new and exciting or innovative about the actual building process here. But for one, it's going to run a lot more quickly, and for two, we're going to try to concentrate a little bit more on the management of prisoners and of the prison itself. So we're going to be less prison architects and more prison wardens. And that's what I am going to try to concentrate on more in this one. He said for a second time. I'll show you guys a couple of things because you might be wondering what the heck is going on. So the regime is the exact same or pretty close to what I have in the other game. Policy might be a little bit more harsh, but I'm not sure. Programs. I have all the programs up and going that I can have. Except for basketball, volleyball, and boxing workout. I just don't have the facilities for that. I don't have carpentry apprenticeship and general education qualification open because nobody's interested in doing it. So why would I do that? So that is where that is. We have our prisoners. We have 32 of them out of 33 spaces. I actually originally had made this a 32-man prison and ended up with a 33rd prisoner. So I turned one of the solitary cells over here into just a regular cell. Another thing that I have done here is I've put cameras in the solitary rooms so I can watch the people who are in solitary and maybe transform them over to CIs. Except they weren't doing very well over there because if anybody wanted to go sleep or stood over, I don't know, here-ish, you couldn't see them. So I'm going to kind of put the camera here and then you'll be able to see people a little bit better. Apart from that, everything seems to be going well. Everything is pretty quiet. All of these prisoners for the time being are minimum security prisoners, but we'll probably change that over the course of time. We're going to cycle everybody out, I think. When it gets to be to the point where we've got, like, I don't know, 16 prisoners or something like that, we might change one of these cell blocks to normal security and then change the whole prison over to normal security. Who knows? That's something that we'll see as time goes on. What else? Oh yeah, we got CIs already. So let's go to the informants. Now we have 3 informants. Laura Popov, who is the only woman in a man's prison, who has 28% coverage. Felix Wood, who has 24% coverage, and Sean Hackett, who I've just turned fairly recently, has 8% coverage. I guess my total coverage is 0. I don't exactly know what that means. I'm not going to call them in for anything quite yet because I want my coverage to get a lot higher than that. And we're going to let that go. So as you can see, things are moving along a lot more quickly, and we're just at normal speed. Pardon me, I just ate. So yeah, everybody is having a shower here. Everything is going fairly well. We have some real hard cases in our minimum security prison. Another thing that you may have noticed, actually, is that I don't have guards deployed in any of the buildings. It's all taken care of via cameras. And because it's a minimum security prison, why would I have guards posted everywhere? That just makes less sense to me. So that is the route that I've decided to go, and we'll see how that works for the time being. And we're going to go and reinstall these cameras, but a more different way. See, we've got a small workshop here, small laundry, because, I mean, there's only 30, well, I guess 31, because there was a prisoner that was released almost immediately after we started this game, so. Well, not after we started this game, but we started up this video. Words. I know some. Not many, but I know some. So, everybody's going to go eat. We have more than enough meals, but I don't know if everybody's going to go and eat. Guess we'll see. Got lots of visitation room. Carter's family and Mascolo's family is coming to visit, and I guess they will do that visiting when there's free time. But that time is not now. You want drugs! I'm sorry, but since we're in jail, we can't do that for you. We don't have a methadone program. This jail is not progressive enough to have that. But, you know, maybe that's something that we can aspire to. For right now, you're just going to have to kind of suffer with sitting around talking about wanting drugs with other inmates. And people are eating. And as you can see, people are not really upset in my prison so far. Most of their stuff is taken care of. That's kind of good. I'm happy to see that. One of the other things that you may have noticed is that I went and, like, put grass everywhere and paved everything and made everything all pretty. Just because this is a smaller prison. And I started off with, you know, I gave myself some money because I thought it might be interesting. If you guys don't like that, and you'd rather see me scrape and scrounge and do everything from the very, very, very beginning with all of the regular grants and all of that fun stuff, and I can do a small prison, let me know. I'll start over and I can record it from the very, very beginning. But that'll probably be a couple weeks worth of videos, because my videos are generally about 15-20 minutes long. Ooh, actually it'll probably be even more than that, because these don't air every day, because of the two branches, so it's really up to you. My terrible Scottish accent. I apologize to all the Scots out there who I may have offended. Okay, so they've taken, I think, these cameras away. Let's go and pop down 2 more. And staff. We've got 2 workmen. 2 workmen, maybe too few. We'll go with 4. I know we're bleeding money, but oh, find something, boy. Oh, another thing is that I made an armory, but I haven't hired any armed guards because I don't need them. Oh, hello, Godwin. Oh, you thought it was hammer time, did you? Oh, not on my watch. We're gonna leave you cuffed up here in visitation for whatever reason. Oh. And Richard Hadley, you got searched, and now you have to poo. Maybe the dog just smelled poo. I know that's kind of a disgusting thing to think of, but maybe that's what happened. Let's do something real quick here. Let's go to connect. We'll go down to security, which is in this corner. Go to the CCTV monitor, and we will connect this CCTV monitor to that camera, and that monitor to this camera. There we go. So if our inmate, who is going to solitary here, gets thrown into one of these two cells, we'll be able to keep an eye on him. There we go. So Godwin has been locked in here. We're going to give him about an hour before we see if he maybe wants to become a CI. Oh, hello. Looks like Duncan Taylor is going to be joining you over here in solitary. Quickly now, let's go and connect. That. And that. And let's go to the utility screen. Apparently, that guy would like to get in there and get that CCTV camera. And we can connect this one last one here. We're going to go to utilities this last time. And hit connect. Hello? There we go. And boom. Connected. Good to go. So in about 15 minutes game time, we are going to go and have a look. And see if Godwin wants to come over to the dark side. We have cookies. And freedom! Alright. So, Taylor. Taylor's the guy whose cell is right over here, whose cell I just searched. So that'll be interesting. Godwin is having a poo. Now is as good a time as ever. See if he wants to be a CI. It doesn't look like he's gonna want to be. So we'll check in with him a little bit later. But maybe after he's done having his poo. You're suppressed and you feel better after having had a poo. Nope, still don't want to be a CI? That's cool. You didn't wash your... Well, I was going to say you didn't wash your hands, but we also don't have a sink in there, so... Oh no, that's not true. These are the ones with the sinks in the top. That's right, because it's prison. I've seen prison shows. You want recreation. Well, then maybe you shouldn't have had a shank. How much longer until you're out of here? Guess we'll never know. Duncan Taylor had to pee. And we'll give him a little bit of time on his own. Now it's free time for everybody else who wasn't a bad boy. Oh, and Tim Dillon is going to be joining us over here in solitary confinement. Hello. I want drugs! Wow, what is it? What is it that, like, everybody who goes into solitary automatically, like, immediately has to go to the bathroom? Like, what were they doing out in the yard or whatever that was so, like... Now that you're in a cell, you immediately have to pee or poo. Okay, so as soon as we can see Taylor here again, We're going to ask him if he wants to be our friend. He hasn't been in here long enough. Perhaps we'll experiment with putting them facing this way, but up here. Since they're, like, doing that. They're facing one way, but not oscillating in the other. Okay, you've been in solitary for an hour now. Let's see if you... No, not yet. You're cool, Holmes? Alright, well. 1 hour and 35 minutes. Ooh, hello. Tim Dillon is our newest confidential informant. Interesting. Now, if we could only get to... What's his face over here? You've got something you have to do. Have we got any just guards kicking around, just doing nothing? No, not really. Oh, how about this guy? Before we go and check on you and release you to custody, let's check on Duncan Taylor and see if he wants to... No? Okay, well, if he didn't want to be by now, he's never going to be. At least not on this trip to the Clink. Well, not this trip to the Clink, but this trip to the hole. Anyway. So, this is... just a... quick little... look at this new prison and the new branch. We've recruited a new CI, and yeah, this is just a little thing to get you acquainted. Let's quickly have a look at the contraband and the informants here. Laura Popoff was nearly up to 30%. I think she was up to 28% before. I think it goes up 1% a day, but I'm not sure. Yeah, and hopefully fairly soon we will have a bunch of information, and this place will be just crawling with snitches. Which is, I mean, a terrible thing, but good for us, since we're the warden. Anyway, if you like this episode, or you just want to support the series, feel free to go ahead and click on that good old like button. If you haven't subscribed and you feel like that's something that you may want to do, that button's down there too. If you have any positive or negative feedback, feel free to leave it in the comment section down below. Yeah, if you can let me know how you feel about this whole branch off thing, and how you like this prison, appreciate it, because it's always nice to get feedback. If you want to join me on Twitter, Steam, or potentially Twitch sometime down the line, all that information should be down in the description below. But I've been Mike, and you've been you, and this has been Prison Architect Alpha 25. Thanks very much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.